Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Madyana Ayu Utami. I'm from State University of Jakarta, Faculty Economy, Accounting Education 2018. In this good occasion, I'm going to present my internship report in Business and Finance Division at YAPIM Foundation. And next, in this chance, the topic I will present are: first, place and time of implementation, and second, literature review of company, and third, field of work, fourth, problem faced and how to solve the problem. Okay, the first, from the place and time of implementation. And the place of internship implementation is at YAPIM Foundation in Business and Financial Division that are located in Dr. Cipto Mangunkusumo Street, number 23rd A, Paninggilan Utara, Ciledug, Tangerang City, Banten. And the phone number is 021-7340-49 and 8. For the time of internship implementation is from 23rd of July until 28th of August 2020. The operational day from Monday until first Friday start from 8 p.m. until 4 p.m. For the break hours from 12 p.m. until 1 p.m. But it has a difference on Friday. For the hours starting from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. When working using formal coach and using an university identity and internship identity. And second, literature review of company. The Mandiri Income Improvement Foundation, or you can call it YAPIM, is a new and recently established non-profit organization. YAPIM is a non-profit organization in the social, religious, and educational fields. YAPIM Foundation has formed on March 30, 2017 in the administrative city of Tangerang, although YAPIM hasn't been established from a long time. Since the beginning of its operation, it has get a lot of support from the community, especially donors or contributors, so that it has been able to survive until now. In the history of establishment of the YAPIM Foundation, it was founded by 10 snack entrepreneurs named Family Snack, who think about channeling the profit from their shop to people in need and orphans and poor people, and not detected of the government to small citizens. In the end, the idea emerged to build a non-profit organization which helped the government establish to equitable welfare from orphans and dwarfs by developing these children's skills that can help face the work of the future. And YAPIM Foundation plays an active role in the welfare of orphans and poor people, moving with a social essence and sincerity socially to seek the pleasure of Allah. YAPIM Foundation started its activity on March 16 to 2018 with the number decreed Ham 28 and the domicile degree of foundation at Dr. Cipto Mangunkusumo Street, 23rd Paninggilan Utara Village, Ciledug District, Tangerang City, Banten. After decree published, YAPIM Foundation started its activity on March 20, 2020. Until now, YAPIM Foundation focused on social, religious, humanitarian, and education. They save and distribute zakat, infak, sedekah, and wakaf. Now, the YAPIM Foundation is building the Yatim Insan Mandiri Study located in Rajak, Tangerang City, Banten. And the next for the vision and mission YAPIM Foundation are vision, developing human beings who are independent in the aspect of life with morality, culture, and tolerance. Establish an institution based on social and religion. YAPIM Foundation has a vision to develop orphans and duafa who have ethics and have a high sense of tolerance and understand religion. And mission of YAPIM Foundation are increase belief and obey to Allah, and prioritizing the role of service, which and community improvement, and then development of potential and improvement of orphans and poor people in science and technology, supporting and encouraging creativity in work, and last, creating the soul of art and understand the cultural roots of the nation. Okay, next. Yapim Foundation as one of foundation that is established and has a good work system. A good work system cannot be separate from the existence of an organized structure that is designed of product good work and work. In general, the organization structure at the Yapim Foundation Secretariat Office is headed by Yapim Chairman and is also sustained by the Board of Trustees and the Supervisory Board to ensure that all members carry out their duty in a mandated manner. Yapim Foundation has various divisions that are responsible for the implementation of all activities carried out on behalf of Yapim Foundation, which is turn can be accounted for to the chairman and report to the board of trustees and checked by foundation supervisory board. The division contained in the Yapim Foundation include a public relations division, social division, educational division, equipment division, healthy division, spiritual division, business and finance division, human resource division, research and development division, and all these divisions come together to carry out the vision and mission of the Yapim Foundation. And next, field of work. Internship report in Business and Finance Division at Yapim Foundation. In this implementation, the practitioners carry out are performing recording cash income and expense, checking validation of proof of cash in, cash out, create a cash flow statement for August, and calculating depreciation of fixed assets. And the first, internship report in Business and Finance Division at Yapim Foundation. In its implementation, from recording cash income and expense, the practitioner keeps records related to cash in and cash out transactions made by the institution. For each day, income made directly at the office is recorded in manual cash book. Cash and cash delivered by donator or contributor to intu- to in- to institution. Likewise, expend and record manually in the cash book. After all transactions are recorded in the cash book, the practitioner enter the data that has been recorded in the cash book into general cash journal using Microsoft Excel, which is owned by the institution. The institution still uses Microsoft Excel because the institution is not old, and after being input into Microsoft Excel and a grouping according to available account name, the result of this work is that the practice of making general journal or journal ledger and cash ledger will eventually be used as the source in making periodic cash flow report and annual cash flow report. Next, checking validation of proof of cash in and cash out. In this implementation, the practitioner checks the evidence of cash in out received by the institution. The validation is useful from cash refund. Proof of cash out and in must comply with the standard set by the institution. The standards set by the institution are as follows: on notes received and received there are must be a clear shop name and address on the copy of transaction header. There is an official stamp from the shop and there is a signature from the shop owner. And the proof of transaction is clearly visible and clean on the nominal and type of goods purchased. There are several documents received by the institution: the form of received note and proof of interbank transfer. After collecting evidence of cash in and cash out, this is carried out during the transaction according to predetermined standards. The practitioner spread valid and not valid cash evidence into the box provided by the institution, which will later be sent to institution internal treasury for distribution of funds. But for invalid evidence, no replacement funds will be received from the institution treasury. The result of the work is valid sorting of cash received, then sent to the institution internal treasury. The purpose of these checks is a form of internal control of the institution to prevent fraud committed by employees of the institution. And next, create cash flow statement for August. In this implementation, the practitioner makes a monthly cash flow report, namely in August, which is when the practitioner is going an internship. In the making cash flow data issued from the general ledger cash, this has been created by the practitioner then input into the institution because of Excel and classified whether the use of this cash is for operational activity, for development activity, and so on in profit organization. Cash flow reporting is needed to foster a sense of third society in two institutions. After input into Microsoft Excel using the direct method, the result of this work section is the August cash flow statement, which will later be used in projecting expenditure and the appreciation of the use of funds in the month contract. And next, Calculate depreciation of fixed assets. In this implementation, the practitionary calculates depreciation for fixed assets owned by the institution. Because the institution is non-profit organization where the asset is owned are a mandate from a donor. It is necessary to calculate the depreciation carried out by the institution. In calculating this depreciation, the practitioner first collects data on assets owned by the institution at YAPIM Foundation Secretariat Office. This data is obtained from the Equipment Division, which is responsible for the inventory, the institution. After recapitulating the list of assets, practice recapitulation for the inventory of the institution. After recapitulating the list of assets, practice recapitulating of book value of each asset. Then input into Microsoft Excel, which is owned by the institution, where the depreciation calculate use the straight line method. Calculate using Microsoft Excel and have available formulas automatically and practically only input the amounts that have been used and the remaining useful life of the asset. And the result of this work is an asset depletion report that is useful for carrying out maintenance quotes and reselling assets that are not longer suitable for use. And fourth, problem phase and how to solve the problem. And fourth, the difference in the name of accounts that are in non-profit organization. A non-profit organization is an organization established for the welfare of the community or from a non-profit organization operating to fulfill a charitable, educational, religious, or scientific purpose rather than for profit. There are used set up as charities with a service motive. Statement of Financial Accounting Standard or PSAK number 45 indicates that the common character of a non-profit foundation is the acquisition of donation for main research. The donor is not the owner of the foundation and does not expect reward or research. In overcoming this obstacle, the author asks employees how to allot funds and various classifications of account and also the author seeks from other sources such as books, electronic media, and self-taught learning related to financial reporting and non-profit institutions. And next, difference in data contained in bank account and data on admin. Financial statements are reports that show the financial condition of an entity or business entity in a certain period. One of the objectives as financial reports is to provide information regarding the financial position and perform as a business entity for various interested parties, both internal and external parties. I think Harry 2015 number 3 states that financial statements function as an informative tool that connects the company with parties with an interest in the company financial statement. Based on this, it can be understood that financial statements are important and must be owned by every business entity. To avoid being mistakenly recorded in the transaction that occurs that is checked manually using the institution checking account to change to income. And next, lack of understanding regarding depletion of assets. According to Big Indonesian Dictionary, the term understanding comes from the word understand, which means opinions, flow, knowledge, and understanding correctly. Meanwhile, Benjamin S. Bloom said that understanding or comprehensive is a person's ability to understand and understand something after something is known or remembered. In other words, understanding is understanding about something and being able to see it from various angles. When someone has understood a job, then they will do his job effectively and correctly. Basically, the notion of effectiveness. General general indicates the level of achievement of results, often or always associated with the notion of efficiency, although its factors are different between the two. Effectiveness emphasizes the result achieved, while efficiency looks more at how to achieve the result achieved by comparing the input and output. On this problem, the author overcome by reviewing and material related to shrinkage that has been learned in literature and asking the supervision in the office. And let's here is the commentation when in internship at YAPIM Foundation. That's the end of my presentation of internship report. I'm very sorry for all the mistakes I have ever done. Thank you for your attention. Good morning. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.